Going into Landman Season 3, Ainsley's new roommate isn't just a background addition or a casual shakeup of her living situation. It feels intentional and potentially transformative. Up to now, Ainsley has existed largely on the margins of the larger power struggles in the show, affected by decisions, but rarely shaping them. A new roommate changes that dynamic because it introduces someone who exists outside the Norris family orbit while still living close enough to challenge Ainsley's worldview daily. What makes the potential relationship interesting isn't romance itself, but contrast. Ainsley has grown up surrounded by pressure, wealth-adjacent chaos, and a constant sense that stability is temporary. Even when she's not directly involved in the oil business, it defines her environment. A roommate who doesn't share that background becomes a mirror. Someone who reacts differently to stress, risk, and uncertainty forces Ainsley to see her own normalization of dysfunction. If the show chooses to explore a relationship, romantic or emotionally intimate, it would likely unfold as a slow burn, not a dramatic sweep. Landman doesn't do idealized love stories. It does relationships shaped by circumstance and imbalance. Ainsley isn't looking for escape as much as grounding. A roommate who offers normalcy, curiosity, or skepticism toward the world Ainsley comes from could become a stabilizing force, or just as easily, a source of friction. There's also a strong thematic reason this relationship matters. Season 3 is positioned as a reckoning with consequences. What happens after the systems built by the older generation collapse? Ainsley represents the generation that inherits fallout without having designed the structure. A relationship with someone outside that system gives her a chance to choose identity instead of inheriting it. That choice has weight, especially in a show obsessed with legacy. At the same time, Landman is unlikely to present this relationship as purely healthy or redemptive. Ainsley carries emotional residue from growing up around volatility. She's learned to detach, to adapt quickly, and to downplay danger. That can create imbalance in any relationship. Her roommate may be drawn to her confidence and edge, only to realize that closeness to Ainsley also means proximity to instability. What's compelling is that this relationship doesn't need to intersect directly with oil, CTT, or corporate power to matter. Its importance is emotional, not logistical. It shows how deeply the world Tommy helped build seeps into personal spaces. Even when Ainsley tries to live a quieter life, the gravity of that world follows her. If Season 3 handles this carefully, the roommate relationship could become Ainsley's most defining storyline yet, not because it's dramatic, but because it's chosen. Unlike her family, unlike her circumstances, this is a connection she actively steps into. And that choice alone marks growth. Ultimately, whether the relationship becomes romantic, platonic, or something complicated in between, its real purpose is clarity. It allows the show to explore who Ainsley is when she's not reacting to her family's chaos. And in a series built on power, inheritance, and consequence, that kind of self-definition might be the most radical move of all. Season 3 doesn't need to turn Ainsley into a central power player to make her arc matter. It just needs to let her form relationships that aren't already broken by legacy. And her new roommate might be the first real chance she's had to do exactly that.